Hey friend, thanks for tuning in. I am going to talk today about the oppressive design of modern educational systems. And I've wanted to talk about this for a while, but I've hesitated because it makes me sound a little bit like a conspiracy theorist. Um, there is a lot of dark material around this topic, and I'm not going to go too deep on the oppressive design exactly. There's piles of history. If you want to go down that rabbit hole yourself, you can dig into how the actual education systems that we still use are or were designed to create happy factory workers initially. So people who responded to bells, stood in lines, didn't talk, all of that sort of stuff that we still see reflected in classrooms now. Obviously, things have evolved. Every teacher on the floor realizes that they're not there to create factory workers, and our society has changed so much since the beginning of these systems. But systems run deep. So if you have been on the floor day after day after day, you have felt the oppressive impact of those systems. So, a really common example I'm going to draw on here is using the washroom. So many teachers are like, oh, I have to hold my pee all day, or I can't drink water. I need to be dehydrated because I'm not allowed to pee at work. Or I have to wait for somebody to come and relieve me so that I can go pee at work, whatever kind of system you're in. And this is systemic because we cannot leave the kids in the classroom unsupervised for safety reasons. Or at least that's what it feels like. And there's varying degrees of truth to that. But honestly, if you have 25-year-olds in a room unsupervised, chances are pretty good you're going to come back to somebody bleeding or crying or some kind of huge mess. So we condition ourselves to be self-sacrificing. And the immediate implications of that are pretty obvious. Nobody can function optimally if they're chronically dehydrated. But it also sends a deeper message to the very impressionable humans who are watching us all day long. So when you ignore your physical needs, like needing to go to the bathroom, what those kids are picking up on is, to be a good adult, I should ignore my needs. My needs don't matter. My body doesn't matter. I need to push down any kind of bodily cues that I'm feeling and pretend like I'm not feeling them. That's the message that you are teaching them by example. Okay. So there's a fundamental issue with that because we cannot teach children to look after themselves if we are modeling something else. So that's the heavy part. And a lot of teachers feel like there's nothing that they can do about it. What am I supposed to do? Just leave the kids? I can't change the system overnight, which is a really frustrating feeling and a really hard place to be. It's also unnerving for the kids to know, say I'm 5 years old. My mom has just left me with this lady. She's my primary caregiver for 6 hours of the day. And all day long, she ignores her needs in a self-sacrificing way for my safety. She can't go pee when she wants to go pee because that would be unsafe for me. So if I'm 5 years old and that's the vibe in the room, I'm assuming school is a very unsafe place. I don't know what is going to happen if I'm left unsupervised, but it's pretty scary that the person who is looking after me can't look after themselves. That's weird. So there's that undertone too. If kids are young enough, which I mean, they all start at 5, right? Like that is the opening tone of school. So for that reason alone, yes, teachers can create more impact outside of the system. I want to share this little testimonial screenshots from one of my clients. She said, in the classroom, I never had time to work one-on-one or in small groups with children as often as I do now. And it's reminded me exactly why I became a teacher on day one. So many teachers feel this way. They love teaching. They love seeing kids grow and develop and helping them and encouraging them. And then they get put in these classrooms that are not conducive to that at all. So this person left the classroom. Her story is not mine to share, but she was treated very badly. So she left the classroom. And now she sells teaching services, tutoring, or small group classes online directly to parents. So she actually posted this story, and it is a message that one of her clients sent her. So it says, I just wanted to let you know at bedtime tonight, I said to, there's a blank there, that's the child's name that's scratched out. Do you want me to read? He said, no, I want to read. He read the whole book to me really fluently. Incredible. He's never asked to read before. This is what it's all about. So not only can you teach from a place of foundational self-care, but you can achieve the results that you know are possible and you actually want to achieve, but the system is holding you back from spending the time and choosing where to put your attention. The other lovely upside to this model is you're paid per learner. So teachers are actually earning a lot more than their classroom salaries once they have established their businesses. Yes, obviously it takes time to grow a client list, but those clients are worth so much more than how public education is valued. The other beautiful thing about this is you don't have to fix the system that it's not actually broken. It was designed for oppression. So we're not having to like remodel. It's like remodeling like a crazy old house that should just be torn down and building a new house. You can slowly upgrade it. And definitely there has been a lot of changes in public school since the Industrial Revolution, but it's fundamentally the same system. And the fastest, most impactful, and most profitable way out is just to leave and to work directly with families. So if you want some help with that, I will link another video below this one that goes through the exact system that this client used to find this family online and serve them through an online classroom. I'll put that video below this one so you can see the exact method that we are using to take your teaching skills and the wealth of knowledge that you have and just kind of port it into another vehicle that gives you more freedom, more income, and more impact.